Justine Duchamp here, outpatient dietitian over at Bassett Army Community Hospital, coming to you again for Cooking in the Barracks, this bi-weekly series, helping you create some easy, cheap, healthy meals that you can literally cook with a microwave, or just prepare without a microwave and have them ready. So remember, this is really about giving you those quick, easy meals to help you along in your health and wellness journey, as well as supporting you to be mission ready. So this is brought to you in partnership with the USO, BOSS, MWR, Army Wellness Center, and then myself from MEDEC in the Nutrition Care Division. Here at the Army Wellness Center kitchen, they have gladly, kindly donated me their cooking space. So for today, I just want to touch base and see how, if you've been eating breakfast, if you've tried that overnight oats, if you've tried that microwave baked potato recipe, and see how you like that so far. Feel free to take a moment to reflect, pause it if you want. But today, I just want to introduce you to another breakfast option. So these are quick, easy meal prep scrambles. So you literally just need maybe a few veggies, maybe a little bit of cheese, maybe some other type of ingredient in there. And then all you'll do is add your eggs. So personally, again, I like mason jars. They're quick, they're easy. You can throw all of your toppings in there for about maybe 3-4 days. And then from there, you just add your eggs in the morning. So the question that you're probably asking is, eggs, I thought that those were loaded with cholesterol, so what do you do? I just want to clarify that because there has been a recent literature dive from the scientists who created the 2015 through 2020 dietary guidelines. They've actually went back and seen that dietary cholesterol is not as impactful in raising your LDL cholesterol, which is the more damaging type of cholesterol, if you haven't heard of that so far. That's a type of cholesterol when elevated, so again, when it's out of balance, can lead to cardiovascular disease. So I would say if you are a regular egg eater, one easy way, one whole egg a day, and you're probably good. Today I'm using 2 in this because honestly, I like to mix things up. Some days do oatmeal, some days do, egg cups, and 2, if, your overall diet is low in saturated fat, low in cholesterol, it's probably okay. So I just mentioned saturated fat. I just want to bring that back, and in relation to saturated fat, when they did that literature review around dietary cholesterol, high saturated fat intake in the diet was actually what they saw linked with cardiovascular disease. High saturated fat, high trans fat, so another type of essentially man-made fat, and then high intake of refined carbs and sugar. So those are 3 things if you're concerned about your heart health, just to keep in mind. Feel free if you want to come and chat with me more about that in person. There should be the number linked here to get that appointment scheduled. So for today, like I mentioned, I just want to make these quick, easy egg scrambles. So I've got one that's already prepared, but all you need to do, find your veggies. The recipe that I'm basing this off of is from a website called Budget Bites. I'll link to the exact recipe here, but what I'm doing is a little different. I had some greens laying around, I had some cheese, and then I had some eggs. So that's what I'm going to use today, but maybe you could use maybe some feta and chopped tomatoes, maybe a little bit of spinach in there, do more like a Florentine. Maybe it would be more like a Denver omelet, and you do like a chopped onion, green pepper, and then maybe some diced ham and a little bit of cheese in there. Either way, any of them will be good and help support you in that morning breakfast. So for this, I just ripped these up a little bit. This is literally from a bag of mixed greens. So I think there's some kale, some baby chard in here, baby spinach, but any greens will do. And not to mention, how often do you actually get vegetables in the morning? So this is another great idea for that because it gives you these fiber-rich veggies to get your day started. That's one less thing you have to worry about later in the day. So in addition to that, I'm going to add the rest of this. A few of these here. You don't necessarily have to rip them up. I just like smaller pieces in my egg. I feel like it just cooks a little better. And then dump your cheese. And the next thing you're going to do, so this is something that you can probably prepare maybe 3 days in advance. So maybe if you do it on a Sunday, you'd have it ready for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then morning of, just tap your eggs in there. So if you are not skilled at this, you might want to do this over the sink, but I have cracked many, many eggs in my culinary career. So just dump that in there, and then get that second one in there. If you're concerned about eggshells, you may just want to dump it into a separate container and pour it in there so you can pick out any eggshells. I don't see any in there, so I'm not concerned. So the last thing you're going to do, I'm actually going to wipe my hands real quick now that I've touched everything. Ideally, you would wash your hands at this point, so that way you don't spread. There we go. A little dash of salt in there, and a little dash of pepper. And then from here, it's quick and easy. You literally take a fork or a spoon, mix this up, and then get it, make sure you kind of mix all that spinach up so that egg coats every piece. And then you're going to microwave this. So this will take probably less than a minute to microwave. The key with microwaving eggs is you're going to have to check on them, so that way you don't overcook them. Overcooked microwave eggs, so what I did for this one, so this is a finished product. I put it in there for 20 seconds, stirred it up, put it in for another 15, stirred it up, put it in for another 15, stirred it up, until it got this nice consistency. You may want to stop when it's still just slightly liquid because it will be warm and it will finish cooking. As you can see in here, this one looks pretty well scrambled. So, and then it was just a little more liquidy before or when I took it out of the microwave. And since it's been sitting maybe 2 or 3 minutes, it's hardened up. So again, this is something you can quick and easy put together, meal prep a few, throw your eggs in. You know, it takes 30 seconds to crack an egg into this, and you can grab it, and then likely your place of employment has a microwave. So it might be something that you get there, you take a minute, you prepare it, and then you go back and you start your day, or you start it at home. Whatever works for you. Again, everybody's different. The only thing I would encourage, because this is probably going to be, you know, again, depending on the toppings you put in there, it is about 250 calories, and then not many carbohydrates. Grab a piece of fruit to go with it. Maybe a banana, maybe 2 or 3 of these clementines in the morning, and then you're looking at a much more supported breakfast. Maybe a slice of whole wheat toast. Any of those would be quick, easy options. So, with that being said, you can make this in, you know, a few minutes, and you've got another breakfast idea at your hands. And then, cheap. These type of breakfast scrambles, even without the eggs in them, run about $2 or $3. So this whole thing, lovely thing about Budget Bites is she does kind of break down the cost of these ingredients, and it's going to be probably less than $1 a serving. It might be a little more if you decide to add other ingredients in there, but this one I would imagine is probably 75 cents a serving. That's the cheapest breakfast. That's probably cheaper than even getting something at the DFAC. So anyways, thank you for taking time to spend with me today. I hope that you enjoy this, and catch you soon.